is the former UFC welterweight champion, one of the greatest welterweights of all time, and he is one of the busiest men in the world, including a role in the upcoming season of Cobra Kai, which I am super excited about. I am always happy to speak to Tyron Woodley. T. Wood, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just a little legally driving and knocking out this interview. But I wanted to talk with you because I know you've been asking me about the Cobra Kai thing. Wonder Boy actually leaked a little snippet about it earlier than he was supposed to. It was his first film that he worked on, so he just didn't know the proper way to kind of promote it. So then people started asking questions. Am I in Cobra Kai? Is Wonder Boy in Cobra Kai? And then once he posted that picture, they added a little small blurb of me and him on a trailer so you can kind of tease the fact that we're in there. But they're not really going to talk much about it until today, which is the premiere. So I'm golfing real quick. That's why you see the golf drip. And then I'm heading over to get cut up, get suited and booted to go to the Cobra Kai premiere for season 5.
Absolutely. That's awesome. I was so excited when they put the trailer out. I was like, hold on. I know that guy. I saw you step off the plane. I was like, I know that guy. And I got excited, put out a tweet right away. You've been doing the acting thing for a while, and you've done a lot of big roles, Tyron. But this one, I don't know. Were you a Karate Kid fan growing up? I imagine everybody was, right?
This one kind of hit different because Karate Kid, one, is why I even thought and started martial arts just in general. You know what I mean? 1 second. Sorry about that. Karate Kid right. 1 is the reason why I started martial arts in general. So watching Daniel-san and watching Johnny and watching the whole thing, it's a classic film, and I suggest anyone who has not seen Karate Kid 1, not the one with Jaden Smith, that was a smash as well, but the original Karate Kid 1. It's still a movie right now that I feel like if you play it, no matter how old or how young, you will still appreciate the movie. So just being able to start martial arts based upon that film, and then what I did in martial arts landed me a role in Cobra Kai, and I get to work side by side with these people that I looked up to for so long. And it was just a full circle moment for me. I'm excited about it. And I got a little ink to prove it. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
I've had this for so long. I fought Jake Paul with it. Nobody really paid attention and tripped off what it was. But I've had it since I did it. I did it while I was on set.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's funny because, Karate Kid, like in MMA, it's still huge. Like fighters walk out to the Karate Kid theme song. Yeah. People talk, you hear it every single UFC event. I know you heard it. Someone yells, put him in a body bag. Without failure, somebody yells that at a UFC event without fail every single event. You've done a lot of cool things in your career in terms of your acting career. I remember when you did Straight Outta Compton, when you did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you did a lot of cool things, but was this one where you actually got to kind of geek out a little bit? Like you're like, I'm in Cobra Kai.
I'm in there, like I'm straight Cobra Kai. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a lifestyle and a culture. It's like the number one film on Netflix every time it comes out. You know what I mean? So to be able to be on a franchise like that with a pretty strong role in the actual entire season, it was a big deal for me. And I'm going side by side with Johnny and Daniel. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a real thing. And I'll be very noticeable. And my character has a strong presence, put it like that. And when you look at a Karate Kid, think about this. A Karate Kid in a sport of mixed martial art is like a diamond in the rough, right? You got a lot of wrestlers. You got a lot of strikers. You got a lot of jiu-jitsu guys. You got very few guys that can utilize the sport of karate and excel at a level, right? Or Lyoto Machida did, or Stephen Thompson, right? Very
Absolutely.
few. I would say those are the top 2. We've had others. Georges St. Pierre, you got to throw him in there. He came from a karate background, and whoever else. I might be leaving some others out. But it's not even a 1%, right? It's a 0.0-something% of the people that can specialize at karate and have success. Wonder Boy, in my opinion, him and Lyoto Machida 1 and 2, right? I don't know who's 1, I don't know who's 2. But to figure him out, to train to fight him was the hardest, most expensive. I spent 6 figures in training camps to try to figure. And 7 fight win streak, knocking everybody out. very hard to deal with. I think still today he's the quickest welterweight. May have been the fastest, most powerful, but he was quick. I saw what he was doing, and it still touched me. I saw him about to do a step outside kick, and it still hit me in the neck. Right? That's dangerous when you can like make that decision at the last minute to do something. So now he's with me. We on the same squad. We're in Cobra Kai. That's a whole movie itself.
That's yeah, that's amazing. You know, Tyron, like when you've done acting, you know, you've done action roles, you've done, you know, a lot of acting, but like this is one where you're actually kind of going into your roots a little bit with martial arts. And I've seen the actors talk about like the training they do because it's a very physical show. You know, you have to look like you know what you're doing. How was that? Because you know how it's supposed to look. You know how real martial arts look. You've been in there.
And I know my dogs too. So shout out to my dog, Don Lee. Ken Bakersfield, they literally are martial artists by heart, supreme athletes. They've done these choreography for so long. What you're finding out is all these stunt coordinators, stunt performers are now becoming directors. So when you watch the movie with Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg, that's JJ Perry, Taekwondo guy, stunt performer, stunt coordinator, second unit director, now director. My friend Len Odian, which I'm going to golf with right now, he's the one that got me in Straight Outta Compton, but he's also now NCIS Hawaii, Chicago Med, all these big features because they understand the action. They've learned the storyline, they learned the cameras, but they know the action. And right now, people want to see action. So if you from that world, it makes a TV show, Netflix, whatever, it makes it that much better. So when you look at Cobra Kai, these are martial artists, right? They're hired martial artists. It's a whole Cobra Kai gym that you see on TV, but it's also one that we have, which I got keys to, a personal gym, like a full out, we can do anything. We can film a whole movie in there, right? So they're committed to giving the people that are bringing the action there, they're committed to giving us everything that we need. All the actors have to come in. They have to train with us. So I train most of the actors, not just the choreography, just martial arts. So they look it and feel it because being authentic is huge. Nobody want to see a movie and it's good and like, oh my God, that fight's so we know that shit wasn't real, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me ask Tyron, because you mentioned earlier, you know, Wonder Boy is the guy who comes from karate, so you kind of think like that's kind of his background. How was it for you doing the karate? Like I know you do everything, but how was it for you?
It wasn't my background, but guess what? It became a part of it. It's like when Freddy Krueger used to eat all the damn people in the nightmares, and everybody became like a pepperoni or something on his face, right? He took their spirit. So every time I fought a jiu-jitsu guy, I became a better jiu-jitsu player because I'm not just going to learn how to defend. No, I'm going to try to do that to somebody else. It's stuff that I've learned from Wonder Boy, from learning, you know, the reasons why he do certain things that I now have a part of my game. You know what I mean? I may not have had the opportunity, or I may have had the opportunity and not shown it, but I have those wrinkles now just from studying the kid. So it wasn't hard for me at all. Like I understand it. I know how fast. I know the chamber. I know the control. I know I'm all into it. When I go ham, I'm going ham. So I'm going 10. I'm all with the Kias. I'm all with the Hayas, everything that go with it. So it'll be very believable. I think my fans and just the fans of the series, because I don't want to come on the series and do the series no justice, right? I think fans of me, fans of martial arts, and fans of Cobra Kai as a series are going to be pleased.
Yeah, you mentioned working with the legends, of course, guys. You know, like Ralph Macchio is on the show, of course, and all the guys. How was it working with the younger kids? Because you're a sensei, you're a teacher.
I with the younger kids, Hawk and look Jacob, I trained them all too, and they so young, but they like my little brothers. Devin, I was very impressed with him. He plays Kenny on the show. This is going to be a breakout season for him, as not only as Cobra Kai, he's going to get a lot of roles after this. He's very believable. He learns quick. He's a natural at it. He very seldomly use a stunt double for them. I only saw once or twice, and it was a part where me and him was kind of going. And he, he's a little kid. You know what I mean? I'm 40 years old. So a touch to me may not be a touch to him. And I had to walk him through it. Come on, let me see his shin, man. Let me stretch you out, because you don't know how to check a leg kick, right? And just to see those guys grow and what they have to do, they have to go to school the same amount of hours they film. So we may be in the the heart of a great scene and close to getting it done, and they may have to stop and go and do school for 2 hours, and then come back and film for 2 hours. Yeah, so the younger cast, man, they got a great casting crew. Obviously, everybody makes you want to invest into them, and when you got a show like that, that's why it's number one. Like the Cobra Kai side, the other side, is so many different kids that their story makes you want to just follow them.
Yeah, I know you weren't necessarily the first fighter to ever do acting, but you were one of the first fighters to ever do it seriously, like, getting bigger roles and things like that. I'm the
first fighter that nobody talks about that's been in the most films of any fighter ever. Ronda Rousey and Randy Couture included, and Randy's my dog, so no shade on none of that. But I've been in some big franchise movie. Cutthroat City was number one. Cobra Kai's number one. I did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Sons of Anarchy, Last Ship, Night Shift, Office Uprising, where I was freaking college douchebag. So I did everything. Escape Plan 2 with Salon Batista. I was a Nigerian. I had an accent in that. So I've done a lot of different things, a lot of TV shows, a lot of gaming shows. Did Wild 'N Out twice. I did the Titan game. I just did a show called, I don't know, I can't talk about that. I did a show in Ireland that's coming out. Yeah, so I've done gaming shows, reality shows, and I signed a deal for my own show. So I've been kind of doing this by myself on a different level. But now I have a great team with UTA. So I have agents and things like that really put me in position to do well.
Yeah. Do you actually, now you have more time to do it? Like, has that been a focus? Because, like, when I saw the Cobra Kai thing, I got excited because that is such a big show. Like, I'm sure it takes a lot of time and dedication to go in there and do that. You can't do it over a couple of days. You're there filming for weeks, maybe months at a time. So do you have the time now, like, where you can get it dedicated?
I had like a little place in Atlanta for a while. They just pay for our housing. So instead of us doing a hotel room all those days, I just got a little small short-term rental kind of deal where I was there. I can cook, I can, wash clothes. And I was, thank God I was training, because I was training and I told my coach to stay ready. I did take a couple weeks off where I could have been training a little bit harder, but the martial art was keeping me moving. And then also I was doing some boxing there because in Atlanta, I trained with Manu at Madhouse. So I was able to get in with him. And thankfully and luckily, I was on set at Cobra Kai. And I got a call from Nikisa, Jake Paul's manager, and said, hey, man, what they do in this interview, all these people are wondering if we paid you to throw the fight, man. I think you should come out and talk about it. And I was like, shit, I ain't talking about nothing, because if they talking about me, then they talking. I don't have to confirm. Some people think I'm retired. Some people think I threw the fight. Some people think all this other stuff. As long as people are thinking some shit about you, then you in the clear. When they stop talking about you and they stop thinking about you, that's when you got to go and fucking do something that you think is going to draw attention, which I don't do things for clout. So he hit me about that. And I said, well, I'm going to be real with you, Nikisa. I'm probably not going to do it because that's not really what I'm on right now. I don't got to defend myself. And you guys maybe should not even try to defend yourself either. I said, but let me sleep on it. If I wake up and got to change your heart, then I'll let you know. Right? And then he kind of doing a little plug about, Tommy Fury, they giving us heartaches about getting over here into the States, man. I'm like, well, you already know my number. He shouldn't be fighting Tommy anyway. So can let me know. The next day he hit me and said, so what if hypothetically? So I said, if we in a hypotheticals, motherfucker, you need me. So you in Atlanta, I'm in Atlanta filming Cobra Kai. I'm off on this day. Let's go grab some food. We grab some food. I said yes immediately. And I had 2 weeks to get ready. And I was filming 14-hour days. Sometimes we didn't finish filming until 1 a.m. My coach don't care. He trained Floyd Mayweather. What time you see Floyd running at nighttime? 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. They don't care. So when I wrapped on set of Cobra Kai, I was training at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
For the Jake Paul fight. Then get up and film all day again. And then they let my coach come on set and I can train in between if we didn't have a scene. And then they altered the choreography. I was supposed to do a couple more stunts. They changed the choreography and had another person do a couple more beats so that I can leave on time and rapidly be to basically be done so I can actually go and train. You know how the film works, right? We didn't rap, and my part was a very significant part to the episode. The whole episode was the whole episode was kind of climaxing to that point. So I had to do it. I committed to that. So I can't pull out. So on Thursday, we wrapped at 2 a.m, but we still didn't get to my part. Now it's a film. I committed to the film. I got to continue to film. Friday, I was supposed to be in Tampa, right? So I stayed in Atlanta. Friday, I flew my entire family out Saturday so they could see me off. I don't fight without seeing my family. So I flew everybody to Atlanta. They got on the set of Cobra Kai. My son's in Cobra Kai, my oldest son. He is a part in there. I just threw that in on the low. So then they came out there, and my coaches stayed, security stayed, and I trained Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I wrapped up. I finished what they needed me to do. I hopped right on the plane. I went right to Tampa, right from there.
That's wild.
I had shit from my house, yeah. And I told him, I said, it's a mind thing. I said, I will be in better shape than him. He will be the one that's looking tired. Go back and watch the fight. I was winning the fight. I was bullying him. I was walking him down. He looked to be tired. He threw a punch at the same time I dropped my hand. I never, ever myself make that more than I got hit with a punch with my hand down. That's all it was. Because of adversity, just to get there, to train. Oh my God. At 2 weeks notice. Then that's including, I'm only calling it 2 weeks because I didn't have to cut weight to make 192, right? If I had to cut weight like I did in MMA, it would be 1 week's notice because I can't even count that last week. I was cutting 30 pounds in MMA. I was cutting from 200 to 170 in a week.
That's wild. So you couldn't, obviously you couldn't even talk about it, right? You're filming Cobra Kai. You can't tell people you're filming Cobra Kai and you're stepping off a film set and stepping into a boxing ring. That's insane.
No, I flew from set. Everybody knew it. They all watched my fight in Puerto Rico. I flew from the set of Cobra Kai directly to Tampa. I didn't go home. Like I told you, I couldn't go see my kids. I never fight. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm always seeing my kids before I fight, right? That's who I'm fighting for. I need to see their little faces before I get on that plane. So when they get hard in there, I can want to fuck somebody up, right? So I flew them all to Atlanta, right? Flew them all to Atlanta, hung out with them, and then I left Cobra Kai. I flew out either Monday night or Tuesday morning directly to Tampa, and we was in fight week. I went from kicking, punching, chopping, and blocking to right in this dude's face talking shit in the press conference with no break in between.
That's wild. That is so insane to go from that. And you're, like I said, you're in a film set. You're in a different mindset, right? Like you're in a whole different mindset, acting and being on set and then going to that.
I'm trying to make it believable, but my hands can't be by my face. You block your face. That's not how stunt work works. You throw it from underneath your chest and chin, and you make it look very exposed and very wild and loopy, right? Boxing is a complete opposite. Hands up, tight, straight, clean. A to B, get to the target quick, move afterwards, right? Karate and especially the stunt scenes is you give me a little bit, I give you a little bit, I look like I'm gonna die, I came from the depths, right? That ain't nothing to fucking do with what we do in martial arts, right? That's for film. But in real life, it's hit, not get hit. Damage and not get damaged, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So my mindset is not only just eating craft services and laughing and doing a scene and maybe having a whole day off to, all right, this dude gonna try to knock my fucking head off. And I said that in the video. I said he got the power to knock me out. And I know that. But I got the power to knock you out too. And you know that. So when you come to fight tomorrow, I want you to know that. In every depth in your body, every little vein that's popping, pumping the pulse, I'm going to try to hurt you tomorrow. And he said, I'm going to try to hurt you too. And we kind of agreed to try to hurt each other the day before.
Yeah, that's wild.
Shout out to Cobra Kai. Shout out to all the guys that supported me. My man Ken Bakersfield, I love you, my man. Appreciate you. He also is a second-unit record on Stranger Things, collegiate D1 football player, but really just use that mindset. That's why we thrive together. Don Lee, we did our first damn movie together, Olympus Has Fallen, way back when. He always includes me on every film that he does. I appreciate him. And he's a real solid dude. And I feel like the integrity of this season was there. He got his first directorial debut I was able to be the person he was directing. That meant a lot to me. Shout out to literally are like rocket scientists. They make they get every demographic, they get every person, every age, and they make everybody buy in. And it's not, I watch them, I listen to them, I hear the rationale why they do certain things, and you gotta give them credit where it's due.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Can I ask real quick? You mentioned all the craziness surrounding that and actually going into the Jake Paul fight. You couldn't even really talk about it because you're on a freaking film set. You're leaving there to go fight. Can I ask real quick, Tyron, did you see the news, Jake Paul and Anderson Silva?
I did see that, man. I don't stay up with the internet a lot. I just do it to tap in with my fans here and there, and pay a couple lights here and there. You know what I mean? But I just try. I'm in the process of living life. We sit there and we scroll so much, we watching it on the phone, but I'm trying to get out there and live it. So, but I did see that. I think it's a good fight. When I hear people say, "Oh, now he's finally fighting a real fighter," that shit right here is funny. But Anderson Silva is a good boxer. I would say he was one of the best boxers in MMA. I feel like I gotta biasly say Jorge Masvidal, in my opinion, is the best boxer we've ever seen in MMA, based upon the fact that he pieced up KJ Noons in the worst way, and that was supposed to be the best boxer in Strikeforce at the time. And every time if he had a chance against Nate Diaz or anybody would just strike Eve Edwards, I was in the corner for that. Outside of that, Anderson Silva's right up there, and a few other guys, just pure boxing. So I would say maybe on paper, when I say I say the majority of people that are watching. Yeah, I think it's a kid. I want to see him just get beat up. It's like the bully that everyone wants to see somebody teach him a lesson, but it's really a hat trick. He's training his ass off. He's athletic. I saw that again. I know a lot of people want to see Jake Paul get beat up. You know what I mean? And they want to see him taught a lesson like the bully on the playground. But he really is a kid without a kid. Not very much responsibility. No financial limitations. Energy. He makes everything a bucket list and a challenge, right? That's why he likes to bet so much. So if he loses, it's not that big of a deal. But he secretly wants to win real bad because he's been fans of the combat sport world for so long. I got so many videos of the babyface Jake Paul wanting to take pictures with me and Logan and being fans of me back in the day, that he's just tricking everyone. But he's training his ass off. And he's got KO power. And he's learned when to throw that particular punch. And he got good timing on it. So Anderson Silva, I don't even know what to call it. I guess comeback. Whatever he's been doing recently in boxing after UFC just tells you, recognize, right? If you feel like you're being treated well, you feel good, you know what I mean? You kind of sometimes fight differently, right? You see people that get in happier situations. So I think on the way out, he may have kind of just been going through the motions, and this new freedom he has, which I have as well, and I enjoy it. It gives him that like that little flame underneath him. So I think you gotta motivate Anderson Silva. You got Jake Paul that no matter what you say, he can deal with media and still fight. Most fighters can't. Right?
Absolutely.
So he's shown he had no point, no choice from the beginning. That's the way it was, and he's shown that he can fight that way. I think it's a good fight. I'll probably be there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I really look forward to it. Tyron, in addition to Cobra Kai, you mentioned you're on the golf course. I see you're golfing all the time. By the way, I forgot to say at the top of the interview, and I apologize. Congratulations on your engagement. I saw the photos. That's amazing. Congratulations there. You're golfing. You always got a million things going on. So what's coming next? Like, are you becoming a pro golfer? Like, are you doing pro golf now? Like.
Celebrity Smoke, everybody want to Curry, you can get it. I played in the Live Golf tournament. That's the people that offered T Woods, Tiger Woods, $900 million. He said no. I just did a Pro-Am tournament in Boston, Massachusetts, a little bit outside Boston last week. I'm probably going to do the one in Chicago. So I need that celebrity. I like the competitiveness of it, right? So I'm going to golf right now with my homie, Len Oding. He's one of the directors from Cobra Kai. He got me in the film. He got me training Eve Edwards, found me on MySpace, said, can you help my homie Eve Edwards with wrestling? I'm like, I don't know who the fuck Eve is. He seen me this video of this dude doing all these crazy kicks. I'm like, all right, cool. That's kind of how I started training MMA for real. He took me golfing for the first time in February. So this is the second time I'm going golfing with him. I'm late. He's really a stickler on time. So I'll crack a joke or two when I walk in. Hopefully.
Yeah. So you never golfed before February?
February 12th was my first day. I golfed with him in Hawaii. He said, hey, man, I wish I would have invited you to Hawaii. I said, nigga, invite me then. And he said, all right, cool. Then he said, all right, we filming this NCIS Hawaii tomorrow. I said, all right, cool. He said, but you got to have COVID. I said, all right, cool. I did it right then, 5 a.m. The next day I was there, I filmed the show. He said, you want to go golfing? I said, yeah. I went golfing with him. I bought the most ridiculous everything Tiger Woods had, Scotty Cameron putter, Stealth driver, Jordan 4 golf shoes. And I went golfing. They said, dude, you need to do golf lessons. Like, you got on the green in 2 strokes on a par 4. That's not normal. I think we birdie putted as a team, as a scramble, but from what I understand, the amount of time I was in golf, I was doing very, very well. So then I did golf lessons every week, Top Golf every week. Now I golf 3 or 4 days a week. So now he get to see me after that, from February to now. So I'm going to try to surprise him.
Well, you always got to know.
I want to flip the camera. Guess where I'm about to golf at? I'm about to golf in a golf course called Woodley Lake.
Nice.
Avenue right now. I don't know if it's.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
You always got to keep the seats. You know why? Because people will swear you a lie.
That's crazy. I saw you post on the golf photos. I was like, oh, you must have been golfing for a while. You've been golfing for like 10 months. That's crazy.
February is I'm like 7 months I've been golfing.
That's crazy. That's so crazy. Tyron, I appreciate you doing this on short notice. Obviously, Cobra Kai dropping. I cannot wait.
Your fans, I know you're going to get motion sickness, not because of the waves on top of my head, but because of the way I've been swerving and flipping the camera and jumping back on and off. But you can hear my audio. This is a real from the realest. Damien, I appreciate you, my dog. Be blessed. I'm going to get out here and try to drive this stealth driver 300 yards. That's my goal today, 300.
I love it. Tyron, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right, bye-bye.